So, is Young Justice Season 5 secretly in the works, or has it been quietly shadow banned from existence? It asks the question that has left the entire fandom in a state of limbo for what feels like an eternity. The creators are dropping cryptic clues, the cast is staying hopeful, and the fans, well, we're still here, fighting the good fight. In this video, we're going to break down absolutely everything we know. We'll get you the latest on the show's status at Max, analyze what the new DC universe under James Gunn could mean for our beloved Earth 16, and then explore the massive cliffhangers and most exciting fan theories for a potential Season 5. Let's get into it. Alright, so what's the official word on Young Justice? The honest and most frustrating answer is, there isn't one. The show is basically in a state of suspended animation. It has not been officially renewed, but just as importantly, it has not been officially cancelled either. And that's not just wishful thinking. It's coming directly from the people involved. Nolan North, the voice of both Superboy and Superman, has been one of the most vocal cast members. He recently clarified the situation, stating that the show is on hiatus, waiting for a decision from the studio. Zach's words give us a perfect summary of where things stand. We're not cancelled. We just haven't been picked up yet. He emphasized that nobody at Warner Brothers has ever said the show is over. For good, this lines up perfectly with what showrunners Greg Weisman and Brandon Vietti have been saying since the Season 4 finale aired. Weisman has repeatedly told fans on social media that the question is, if, not when, a new season will be made. He also confirmed that no work can even begin on a 5th season without a green light. As he put it quite plainly, no one starts before they get a green light. Who would pay for it? He's encouraged fans to keep binge-watching the show, since those are the viewing metrics that studio executives actually pay attention to. So, the bottom line on the news front is this. The creators and cast are ready to go. They have more story to tell, but the ball is entirely in the court of Warner Brothers, Discovery and Max. The show is in limbo. So what does all this mean for Season 5? Why the ridiculously long wait? The biggest factor looming over Young Justice's future is the complete overhaul of DC's movie and TV universe under James Gunn and Peter Safran. They're building a new, interconnected DC universe or DCU where films, TV shows, animation, and even video games will all share one cohesive story. This is a major complication for Young Justice. The show is famously set on Earth 16, its own self-contained universe, with a deep history that's been meticulously built over 4 seasons. James Gunn has said that while there will be Elseworlds projects outside the main DCU canon like the Batman movies, they want to limit these exceptions. The fear among fans is that Young Justice, with its huge cast and complex continuity, might be seen as redundant next to the new DC-verse. As even a fan theory that the show's brilliant world-building might be what's causing the delay. In Phantoms, the show gave us a fantastic origin for the metagene on Earth 16, tracing it all back to Vandal Savage. Some speculate that if Gunn's new DCU wants to tell a similar origin story for its superpowered people, the studio might be hesitant to run 2 major DC properties with near-identical foundations. However, it's not all doom and gloom. The silver lining is that James Gunn seems to appreciate what makes Young Justice special. When asked by a fan if shows like Young Justice and Justice League Unlimited were inspirations for his new DC, he gave a one-word answer. Definitely. This tells us that the creative vision of the show is valued at the highest level of DC Studios. This could mean it gets an Elseworlds exception to finish its story. Or maybe its influence will just live on in the DNA of new animated projects. The hope remains that its quality and dedicated fanbase will be enough to justify one more season. Before we get away from the corporate stuff and talk about what really keeps us coming back, the story. Before we jump into the biggest fan theories, we have to talk about the massive cliffhangers from the Season 4 finale, Death and Rebirth. First, and maybe the biggest shocker, was that final scene on Apocalypse. We see that Darkseid has 2 new female Furies in his service. The first is Mary Marvel, who, after struggling with her power addiction all season, seems to have finally given in to the darkness. And standing right next to her, Kara Zor-El, Supergirl. This is a huge twist that sets up a monumental conflict. Not only is Superman's cousin now working for his greatest enemy, but she's also allied with the Emerald Empress and the House of Zod, who are all trapped in the Phantom Zone. This creates a terrifying new faction on Apokolips, just waiting to be unleashed. Second, there's the Legion of Superheroes. Their trip to the past wasn't just about saving Superboy. Their secret mission was to stop the Time Trapper, a major DC cosmic villain, and prevent a future where magic is destroyed. They managed to contain Clarion, the Witch Boy. But the threat of the Time Trapper is still out there, and the Legion's story is clearly not over. And third, we have the state of our heroes and the villainous light. Vandal Savage has the War World, but now he's got a very angry Kryptonian army trapped inside it. He also has to deal with the fact that Darkseid now knows he's been playing a long game against him. The fragile alliance between Earth's villains and the Lord of Apokolips is shattered, setting the stage for an all-out war. Meanwhile, our heroes are scattered and recovering, especially Beast Boy, whose mental health journey was a central and groundbreaking arc. Okay, so with the stage set, let's get to the fun part. What could actually happen in Season 5? Here are 3 of the biggest fan theories buzzing around the community. First up, the liberation of Apokolips and the debut of Mr. Miracle. Season 4 was subtitled Phantoms, and a popular theory suggests Season 5 could be subtitled Liberation. The finale showed Supergirl and Mary Marvel under Darkseid's thumb, but it also showed Big Barda, and the show has hinted she might be willing to switch sides. Fans believe a central plot for Season 5 will be a mission to free them. And who is the ultimate escape artist from Apokolips? Mr. Miracle, aka Scott Free. Hit's backstory is directly tied to Darkseid, and we've already seen his counterpart, Orion, on the show. A storyline focused on Mr. Miracle escaping to Earth and helping the team plan a rescue mission to save Supergirl, Mary, and the other Furies. Feels like a perfect high-stakes plot for the season. Next, the theory that just won't die, the return of Wally West. Yes, we are still talking about this, because the show keeps leaving us breadcrumbs. Fans have long believed that Wally wasn't killed at the end of Season 2, but was instead absorbed into the Speed Force. In Phantoms, we saw Kid Flash appear to both Barry and Bart Allen in visions, while they were pushing their speed. Was this just a memory, or was it Wally reaching out from the Speed Force, where time moves differently? Season 5 could finally be the season where the Flashers realize he is still out there and mount a mission into the Speed Force to bring him home. The emotional reunion with Artemis and the original